on it, it is totally rust free, or we can say it is totally rust resistance. Okay, no rust was seen on that iron pillar. You have noticed that whenever we keep any iron article in presence of moisture and atmospheric gases, then what will happen? It will start getting rust. Okay, but here in this on this iron pillar, we could not see any rust from a long period of time. Okay, then you can have one more example. Phosphorus is a non-metal. Two type of phosphorus we have. One is white or yellow phosphorus, and another one phosphorus is also there, and they catches fire very readily. Okay, so whenever they come in contact with oxygen, they always catch fire. Therefore they are stored under water to avoid the contact of oxygen with phosphorus. Okay, now again, non-metals do not react with water. Therefore we keep phosphorus inside water, isn't it? Then what will happen when they react with acids? Okay, whenever any metal, you should remember this, that whenever any metal react with acid, it always form a salt along with hydrogen gas. And how you can say that hydrogen gas is produced? The characteristics of this hydrogen gas is that whenever this hydrogen gas is produced, then we can test it by bringing a burning candle nearby it. Then it will start producing pop sound. Okay, whenever a burning candle was come in contact with hydrogen gas, it produce pop sound and the gas burn with a blue flame. So whenever metal react with acid, they always form salt along with hydrogen gas. Is it? I think it is clear to you. Now come to sodium and potassium. You know that sodium and potassium itself are very what? They are very reactive in nature. They vigorously react with even oxygen. So you can say that this when they come in contact with acid, then they readily react and form NaCl along with hydrogen gas. Then magnesium Mg plus HCl. What is HCl here? Hydrochloric acid. When it react, it will form MgCl2 plus H2. Okay. Then you can take some more example of zinc, lead and aluminium, in which they react with HCl and form different salts along with hydrogen gas. And when we talk about non-metals, so non-metals generally do not react with acid. Only metals show the reaction with acid. Okay, so let us do one more activity. In this activity, we have to determine that metal react with acids and liberate hydrogen gas. Okay, for this, what are the material required? The material required are test tubes, test tube stand, test tube holder, dilute, hydrochloric acid. Remember that whenever we are doing these reactions with experiments with acid, then always we will take dilute hydrochloric or any dilute acid. Okay, and a measuring cylinder, small amount of charcoal, iron nail, magnesium ribbon, copper wire, aluminium foil and weighing scale. Okay, you are advised always to do such type of activities in the supervision of any adult. Okay, with the help of your teacher. So you will take 5 test tubes and fill 30 milliliter of dilute hydrochloric acid to it. Take one test tube stand and keep all 5 test tube in it and pour a small amount of at least 30 milliliter of dilute HCl in both. And whatever samples we have taken in material required, we have to put that samples in the dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay. Now fourth one, if no reaction takes place in cold solution, then we can warm it also. Okay, then what you will see, that when we bring a burning mastic nearby the mouth of test tube, it will produce pop sound whenever hydrogen gas is formed, and it will produce pop sound. So let us see what observation we will see in this. Charcoal powder, it is made up of carbon, and whenever it will react, it will not form any hydrogen gas. Why? This charcoal is C carbon. Whenever carbon is a non-metal, when they react with hydrochloric acid, then no reaction will be shown. Iron nail, yes, again it is a metal. Magnesium also metal, copper also metal, and aluminum foil also metal. So in all four cases, we will see that hydrogen gas is liberated when we bring a matchstick burning nearby the mouth of test tube, and a pop sound will be observed. But in case of charcoal powder, we will not see any liberation of hydrogen gas. So it elaborates that the non-metal did not react with acids, whereas the metals react with acid and form salt along with hydrogen gas. So I think this property is clear to you. Then move to when reaction with base. This reaction with base, whenever metals are come in contact with base, they do not react. Okay, only few metals were there, like aluminium, like zinc, iron, lead. All these react with strong base. What are strong base? Like sodium.